All right. Well, after that fast forward in real time, I suppose. Fast forward in real time, is that a thing? 2 hours have passed. 2 hours of research time have passed. Even though I had to run the game at 2 times speed for an hour. And then just restart everything. Everything went smooth. The only thing I did is I brought more nuclear fuel cells over here. There's a couple chests now between the... You can probably see some green pixels between the bot flights. Bot flights are never great for bit rates. Looks like the connection is stable. The maximum speed was good as well. So I have good hopes that this stream will go well as can be when you fly with a laser brick to the solar system edge. Yeah, I'm clearly a Minecraft channel. Not half, I won't say half my videos are Minecraft, but I guess half of my views are that one popular video. Brick is ready to be built. The brick outline has been built. The stuff is on board, including all the backup stuff. We will have to build it and see what is left, and then we can activate the repair kit. We've got the startup kit as well with some solar panels. Uncommons, it doesn't really matter which one. We got the fusion reactors after picking up the last superconductors on Fulgoran. And we even had to trash a couple stacks of uncommon ones to get the last rare ones, but we got everything together in the nick of time. Well, in the nick of time. We got everything together in the nick of time, and then we stood around for 2 hours doing nothing. So I guess it's not really the nick of time in the traditional sense of the word. But yeah, why did we launch up absolutely everything before building anything? Well, it is because of this. Build the ship scenically, I might add. Let's scenically build the ship. Alright. I got 3 blueprints. Really? You need to do this right now? Yeah, okay, we got hit by a rock, who cares? We're gonna get hit by more rocks. We're gonna get hit by a lot of rocks. Nobody cares about you, Aquilo ship. Come on, let's go here. We got 3 blueprints, one with the footprint and the cargo bay, so we can launch the stuff up. This is a good way to build your large ships. Just use the footprint, delete everything else except the cargo base, the space platform foundations and the space platform hub. That is the step which we have now. Step 2, if you have a laser ship, that is. If you if you have a normal ship, you can go straight to step 3. If you have a laser ship, you also need one without the lasers. Because they draw so much idle power, it's gonna be a pain to start up the ship, if possible at all, before your main power plant is operational. That we're gonna paste now, and then step 3 is the full thing with the lasers. We can only do that after the fusion plant is operational. They're essentially just the same blueprint, just I deleted all the stuff on the left side here. Right. I think we're gonna go half speed for this because this will be an epic scene. This is why I built the platform first. Here we go. Let's go normal speed. This is a lot of walls. Oh yeah, beautiful waves. Here comes the asteroid collectors. There's the fusion power plant and the engines. I just love this animation, man. This is so awesome. Alright. That was half speed building. At least this part was glorious. At least this part was glorious. Right, so now we got a problem. We don't have power, that's the problem. We got a nice fusion reactor, but we don't have power. That's why we brought the startup kit. The startup kit contains solar panels. We have uncommons instead of rare ones, 80 pieces. I guess that's gonna be what fits in this laser space, I'm gonna suppose. Alright, the asteroid collectors are collecting. Yeah, that's indeed is 80 panels, so that I guess that's why it's 80. There's space for more, but now everything has power. Accumulators even charging up, so that's it's not really an accumulator, it's just a sign if there is positive power on board or not. Same the substation, all it does basically is give us an easy click to there. Right. That is why we don't have lasers, because 500 lasers would draw way more power than 80 solar panels can provide. The thing now is, how do we even insert fuel cells in here, right? Well, it's a space platform. You don't need inserters to insert stuff. We can just grab ourselves a stack and put it in. That will draw it straight out of the cargo hub. Now we got 50 fuel cells in every reactor. That ought to be enough. The fuel cells are distributed. But the fluid then, how is the fluid gonna work? Surely you cannot do that with the barrels. Well, of course you can. We'll just delete that guy for now. We do have an assembler, which we normally don't need. Let's set that to empty the barrels. Alright. So let's just put the barrel on the bar. And we can just simply press we can take it from the bar, or we can press the pipette tool and put the barrels in. And we got the fusion power achievement. Looks like the fusion reactor is already working. I wasn't sure how much fluid I would need to put inside. So I just right click the empty barrels out of there. I think they'll just go back in the hub. Okay, so I brought 300 barrels, so I don't know exactly how long we'll need to do this. I think 300 barrels have enough fluid to fill up every reactor at least. Okay, looks like that's all. Yeah, I don't have more. So now we have 300 empty barrels in here instead of 300 filled barrels. And these things are full of fluid. And the pipes are also pretty full of fluid. Maybe that's too much fluid. I don't know. But we can delete this guy again, put back this guy. I don't think it's too much fluid. It's a lot of fluid, but yeah, these are all full. 6,000 in the reactors at least. 15,000 in total. Alright, the hot one is gonna... the hot one pipes are empty. There's a lot of pipes for hot fluid, so it's probably gonna be alright. So that means if we now run on fusion power, we have 2.4 gigawatts at our disposal, if everything is like connected correctly to this. Which means the solar panels task is done. Right? And in fact the entire startup kit's job is done. Bye bye barrels. Bye bye assembly machine. Bye bye solar panels. We not will be needing you anymore. Alright, so everything is built. Let's check if we got a stack of everything on board for the repair kit on the way. So all of this is on board. 10 asteroid collectors are on board. Yeah, I got 1,006 laser turrets. We still have to build the laser turrets. Alright, it looks like everything is on board. Which means it is time for the third stage of the blueprint, the one with the laser turrets. Let's make a save. I'm probably gonna film that entirely in one sequence. Here we go. Nice. That is all the laser turrets on board. I saw this thing. I don't like the shape. I wanted to make a rectangle, but now I have exactly 500 laser turrets on board. But let's go. Just make it. We'll make it a rectangle. Now it's a proper brick. Like this. The legendary space brick. Alright, so we should have 500 laser turrets as a backup. I want to have the exact amounts. Yeah, okay, we do. I want to have 20,000 space platforms. So we need 8 more. And I have 676 walls too many. I just want to know, this is for scientific reasons, of course. I want to know how many walls we will have left. If any. If any. Maybe I should not have sent those down. We'll see how it goes. So 8 more space platforms and then we are ready to fly. Still have to wait 16 minutes for the tech to complete. But this is a great moment to check out the science production, by the way. We're gonna take a look then at the planets for those 15 minutes. Because we have been researching all of the science packs except for military science. Now for 4.5 million science straight. Actually, that is not entirely true because we had a tiny stint of mech armor in between. But we should be able to get a pretty good overview of all planets working at maximum capacity. That is gonna stop again once we switch to mech armor, which has only one planetary science pack in there. So this is a great moment to do that. But first, I'm gonna waste 1 to make it exactly 20k. So that's the ship. The ship is ready. All that remains to be done for us is fly out. That was surprisingly easy to start up the ship there. Ship is ready. So now the only thing that's left to do is put an ice cube in the water tank. There we go. Ice cube in the water tank for good luck. And now we're basically waiting for the fuel to fill up. This is already filled up. Output full. Right, good. Output full. So yeah, now I just wait. Now just not really waiting. The water reservoir will fill up over time, but we don't do anything with asteroids on the ship at all, except make the thruster fuel. The fusion reactor won't need any babysitting. These fusion power cells are going to be immensely powerful. Don't even know how much power we have on board. But 40 gigajoules times a stack. Or is that? That's 2 terajoules or something. And I guess we get neighbor bonus. On average we have 3 neighbors. That's like 8 terajoules per reactor. 54,000 gigajoules. And all of a laser shooting is 2 gigajoules. So we can shoot all the lasers at the same time for 27,000 seconds, which is like 6 hours or so. Yeah, we're gonna have enough power on board with this napkin mat, as if that's correct. I hope it's correct. I'm not entirely sure. The idle draw of the lasers. 12 megawatts. Would the solars be able to do that? I'm not entirely sure. But the solars are in the place where the lasers are as well, so we don't have extra space for fixed solar panels like we did in the other ship. This is just basically the laser brick with an asteroid strapped to the top of it, which we're gonna use to bump some of the other asteroids out of the way. That is the idea. Alright, 95%. We got 13 minutes. Let's do a planetary tour. Let's start on Norvis. How is power doing? First of all. Okay, looks like the troughs in the accumulator power are pretty acceptable. I guess this is when we were sending up rocket parts with massive amounts, so all of that is good. I wonder how is the oil doing? Now that we're using all science packs and sending plastics to Vulcanus. How is oil doing? It's still 21k per tank approximately. So I guess it's still pretty close to what we're actually doing. Here is oil. Yeah, alright, well, this is our infinite production. All these pump jacks are minimum production. 65k. At the moment we're doing 67k. Over the last 10 hours, 68k, so slightly more. But over the last 50 hours, for example, it was only 53k consumption against 65k production. So when we are not using all of the science packs, then we are using less oil. Which basically means, that is why on Aquilo I planned to have the infinite production. That was my start point for the calculation. The infinite production needs to be good. Who cares about this relatively tiny spike when from full to infinite minimum production? We don't care about that. It has to run when it is producing the minimum amount. Yeah, these things are the pollution sinks. Alright, so how are the belts moving? Iron and copper. I had planned to be using almost all of that, but now that we have productivity module 3 for yellow signs and yellow signs components, that gave us a lot of extra discounts, so it's not even moving that hard. How are the resources doing? We've built these mining patches like ages ago. Main iron 1, 12 million. Now it's 9.4. 16 million. It's now 13 million. Alright, so we are definitely mining away a couple millions, but over the course of, I don't know how long ago we built this, 100, 200 hours? Probably not 200, but 100 hours for sure. We have barely made a dent in this iron patch over here. 11 million, there's from 14. This was 11 million, it's 8.5. This was 10 million, it's 6.9. Alright, so it won't run forever, but it will run for quite a while thanks to the foundries. I mean, those foundries have saved me build so many mining patches, so many mining outposts we didn't need to build because of the foundries. That was a great call, just bringing that over to Norvis together with the calcite. Instead of bringing your science packs to Vulcanus, why not bring Vulcanus to your science packs, right? Just import the calcite and build Vulcanus style on your home planet. We did millions of science on those patches, and they have barely been touched really. Okay, yeah, we're getting hammered a bit. We know you like to get destroyed, Aquilo ship. Your big brother is gonna do that a little bit more serious pretty soon. 97%, 10 minutes to go. Takes so long. We are running steam at night. that helps the accumulators not dip so deep. I should have built another power plant, but I didn't want to, because if I build another power plant, I will have to at least make a power plant equally as scenic as this one, and I don't want to invest the time. So we just switched on the old steam power plant. At least it's functional, you know. It's not just a relic of the past. We actually need it. We are relying on it to keep the base going. Unlike some other relics of the past, which are... This has been out of coal for after like 20 hours or so. It's still there. Right, the big science mixer. The stupid system which always tries to sideload spoilage onto the military science belt. But well, we have lived. We have lived. Alright, Novice is doing well. Let's go to the other planets. Let's start with Gleba, because it has the least stuff going on. Oh, we are right in time for the rocket launch. We got the same reactor like a Novice. A little bit overkill in power, but you know, if you've got a design that works, just use it. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't need to be on point too much. Gleba is producing 2600 SPM because of the spoilage. And it's always producing. We're either sending it or trashing it. And it has been doing that for the last forever. So basically we came, we conquered, and we switched on science, and it's been a straight line ever since. Consume it or not consume it, it doesn't matter. We're just producing. We got the pollution cloud. Some people say I overextended a little bit in the area that I cleared, but to be fair, I had no idea how big this cloud would grow and what kind of resources I would need. So in hindsight, yes, I didn't need to clear all the space. Then again, the origin is over here somewhere, and we found a nice place to build the base underwater over here, so it's not all bad. The expansion barrier has worked flawlessly somehow. So we got like a 10 chunk wide grid of this landfill pattern, which basically makes the biters think they cannot expand. And the nests that previously were the closest are still the closest. So absolutely like clockwork, Gleb has been running. Let's go from the last planet we visited before Aquilo to the first one, Vulcanus. We started by just sneaking away from some 50,000 of the 250,000 ore out of this patch, right under the nose of little Jimmy over here, which was a pretty fun exercise. That was a good stream, one of the best streams I think of the entire series. If you want to rewatch something, go watch Vulcanus Day 1, because that was a good one. That was a really nice stream. Fond memories of that one. It was tense as well. Yeah, we have purple signs here because it just uses too much stone. There is not enough discounts and it uses too much stone to be viable to build on Novice in the early stages at this scale. I used all my stone patches for military science, all of them. And military science is running at like less than half of the other science packs. So it was just not possible. And here stone, well, yeah, stone just goes into the lava fields. We spent way too much time aligning demolisher corpses all over our base. In the science build, you know, around the science build. We've completed our demolisher graveyard today. This is the small one. And this is the behemoth one, which we killed today, earlier. Here's a big one, that's normally the biggest size. It was a fierce battle, which was fought by gun turrets, not by us. Vulcan science is the easiest of all of them. You need a fair amount of bells of resources, but the science pack has relatively few steps and it is fairly straightforward to set up. The foundries are immensely powerful, which is why we ultimately went to Vulcanus first. We didn't even set up science, we just got the foundries and the big mining drills and then improved Novice with those. That has been pretty effective. That's Vulcanus done. Here we got the behemoth territory. They are pretty far away from spawn. There's the behemoth enemies mod, but you never really need to fight them. by the time you need to fight behemoth demolishers, it is just not gonna happen. You don't need to do that for resources. The UNESCO carbon site. Yeah, we had a little, not really accident. It was, we had to force the carbon out, so we dropped it all on the floor. And now we have a nice carpet. That is where the name carbon comes from. Carbon is Latin for carpet. There were some cliffs in the way. Those are gone now, the cliffs, but the carbon still stays there. It survived demolishers going over it and everything. Alright, and then finally we got the main monster. Holy moly, this was a difficult planet to set up. First of all, there is the rail network and this self-imposed limitation of not having fast inserters and stack size 1 only. So finding a setup where you can offload like 60,000 trash per minute was kind of a challenge. In the end we did it. We are just straight up taking it from the cargo wagons into recyclers, which then put it onto a big mixed belt. Goes through a splitter, we split off the unnecessary stuff that gets trashed over here, all the stuff gets trashed. We then, the stuff that we need goes over here. There's another half of the base, we merge it, and that goes down here into the science build, which is relatively tiny. Down here. Got an extra silo for the holmium plates for Aquilo down there. And we got 2 silos for extra rocket parts, because Gleba is not producing any rocket parts. We're doing we're just doing science on Gleba. I did not want to deal with it. So we're doing it over here. And we got another 6 trains over here. It's kind of a big industrial thing coming in. Despite having elevated rails at my disposal, I still don't have a train network. All of these are individual lines, carefully aligned so they don't cross each other at any one point. The only thing which remotely resembles a train network is that we've got some waiting bays on the lines, but that's about it. And then finally we've got Aquilo. The science pack is not that difficult to set up. The difficulty is, especially when you want to make a large build, the difficulty is the heat network and making it look nice, I suppose. It is not that difficult to just like throw heat pipes randomly around everywhere, but if you want to make it look nice, it's pretty difficult, especially when you gotta take the throughput limits of the inserters again in mind with the faster crafting recipes. But yeah, in the end we ended up with a nice base, with the half of the base being the power plant and the heat plant, but oh well. Of course, also fish powered reactor, just like on Gleba. We brought fish to Aquilo, we brought fish to Gleba. We probably should be taking fish to the solar system edge as well, just to toss them out. Dang it, my ship is not designed to toss out fish. I cannot toss out fish from my ship. Unless I could maybe we could toss out fish. This is a stupid idea. Oh god. 4 inserters and 4 belts, that is what we need. I guess we're gonna do it. 16 seconds. And we are done researching. We are done researching in 1000 times science cost. 16 seconds from now. Holy moly. Let's enjoy it under a nice rocket salute. 538 hours, 25 minutes and 43 seconds to research the final science pack. Heck yeah. Nice. Alright, now we gotta... should have done that before. I was too busy giving the base tour. We need to switch off Glabber signs again. Let's flip the switch. And we have to move out all the signs. I think we'll do that. I should have made a better system for that, but oh well. This is the last time we'll need to do it. Throw out all the signs. We keep input priority on there. Where is my ship? Ship is above northeast, so it is not going to go back. Let's throw out the last signs. It is going to go back, but it won't receive any more signs. Because the silos are no longer getting filled. As long as... yeah, as long as... let's do that. We have no automatic requests, so... I said we have no automatic requests. So we should not get signs on board. We can also just stop requesting the signs for now. Alright. So Glabber science is done. All that remains to do for us is to actually take the Glabber science from here before it spoils again. Some other stuff in there as well. Okay, this time I'm just gonna toss it in there. That's a lot of signs. Right, so that's all going to be spoilage. And the rest pretty much should automatically be disposed of. And I think that should be in time. We'll just let it sit in a chest over here. Barrels, access walls, the startup kit, it all can go. Bots can stay behind. No, wait. And we need the 4 inserters and the 4 bells. I feel the fish deserve a quality belt. Quality belt. There we go. That is more appropriate for somebody of the legendary fish stature. I'm not even sure I'm speaking English right now. I think so, but let's bring that up there. Fish belt. We're gonna throw some fish out in space. Yeah, we're gonna need to collect some. Hopefully they'll survive until the end. I didn't have time to farm quality fish. Alright, some of you are going to be the lucky fish. They're going to go on a journey. It might be a one-way journey, but a journey it will be. We're going to take 600 lucky fishes. And the rest of you shall swim on ever so merry, or whatever, how it's called. Okay, now we are on a timer. We're on a timer of 2 hours and 5 minutes, or I think it's 453,000 game ticks, if I am not mistaken. Get up there. Godspeed, fishies. I'll be meeting you up there. I'm not gonna let you go alone to the new outskirts of the galaxy. If we're back in 3 hours, we can make the mech armor to celebrate our hopefully victory. I'm even gonna take the other rare armor in there as well. I think we're ready to go. We have to go. The fish, they won't live forever. We gotta make sure they're still alive when we throw them in the vacuum of space. Gotta go. Armor. I forgot to throw the bots out. We don't need no bots. Where we are going? We're going to hand feeding heaven. We don't need no bots. Johnny, it's your last time. It's gonna be the last time. It's gonna be the last time for you guys. You better destroy something this time. Because this is the last chance you're gonna get. We are out of here. See you later, Norvis. Or never. Alright, unfortunately we couldn't take a Johnny. Do we expect to return? That's a good question. Expectations. Expectations, that's such a big word. Expectations. Alright, so how are we supposed to fly this thing? There's the manual. Hey, past design, Mike. Where is the manual? Hello? Well, the most important things in life come without a manual, and you'll just have to figure it out on your own along the way. Such is life, and it is no different here in Factorio Space Age. I do have a little bit of experience with this double system over here. I'm pretty sure we can start flying at full speed. We got a new sort of contraption in here. With a line to here and a signal in there. I don't think we need to use it. If I remember correct, that is for the way back. If if we get there, we can attempt to get back. We will need to use this weird system. For now though, we have switched off that check mark. Our fuel tanks, quote unquote, are full. It's time to go, I think. Three, 2, 1, ignition. Alright. This thing barely fits on the screen if I do this. We are on the way. Godspeed. Okay, our ship is slower. It's gonna be slower than the other ones, which can cruise at 220 or so. We only have 3 engines. It was a fine-tuning design, man. How many engines, how much this, how much modules, which modules, etc, etc, etc. And we actually might already sustain damage in the inner solar system here. That is not out of the question. So how are we supposed to survive all the way out there to the solar system edge if we already expect to get hurt before then? Yeah, that is something else. So far so good. Alright, first leg of the journey. No damage just yet. Yeah, I think we'll be alright for this first part. We're already gonna get into trouble though on the Aquilo stage, I'm pretty sure. I think for the Aquilo stage we're already gonna delete one of the modules. We'll just simply flick off and on the use filter thing. And now this module is gonna go back and forth on this belt for some reason. Hopefully we'll slow down a bit. Because here comes the first big one. Not the not the first huge one. First big one. Okay, we got it. That was only one. I think we're gonna take out the second module when we reach the halfway point. Maybe before, if the asteroids turn out... I'm not sure if we can handle 2 or 3 of those at the same time. At the moment. We're still going over 100 kilometers a second. Enjoy it while it lasts, I would say. We are not gonna be going... Oh, that was close. This was just one asteroid. Oh, yeah, we got an hit. We got an hit on the first one. One wall down. 19,999 more walls we have in stock. Oh no, we're gonna die. Oh yeah, we're already getting damaged by these asteroids. Yeah, it's a close shave. It's a close call. You could say I should have built these lasers a bit more close by. Actually, I could use my backup lasers. I could have used my backup lasers for the first leg of the journey. Technically, we can still do that. Alright, let's see what you got now, big asteroids. Let's see what you got now. Designing on the go. Not the best ideas when you are going to the solar system edge, but we've got 500 extra laser turrets on board. We might as well. Plop some extra ones in there. Right, now this is a hammerhead, right? Except it's a hammer of laser turrets. I think we can keep going full speed then. Quality walls would be too expensive. We've got like over 20,000 walls on board. Yeah man, those big asteroids, no issue. No issue whatsoever. We're destroying them all. Yeah, we can even speed up. We can fly faster than our science ship, man. Bring it on. %95 laser resistance is not that much. How is power looking? Power is excellent. There is no chance that we get into brownout territory. We have 2.4 gigawatts and 500 okay, there is a chance now. I expanded on the amount of laser turrets. But with 500 laser turrets we can maximum draw 2 gigawatts, and we have 2.4 gigawatts of power generation at all times. Okay, this is a lot of asteroids. Not even close. Not even close. Right, unfortunately, we do need to slow down now. So we'll grab the last speed module out of the beacon as well. Where did we get hit? Why did I miss that? Alright, we are on the way. We're on the way beyond Aquilo to the solar system edge. Now we're gonna have to slow down a bit. There is no such thing as gravity towards the solar system edge. We're gonna be flying with the same speed for the entire trip. I also think we need to bring back the hammer part of the hammerhead. We're going to need to think like an asteroid to destroy the huge ones. All of these turrets on the front, they ignore huge asteroids. We're not gonna shoot at them. We're not even gonna try, because we cannot destroy them in time. We need a little bit more time. We could destroy them if we fly. I had a design which used just laser turrets. It could do it. I thought it would be more thematic, but you have to fly like 10 kilometers a second, which means you're gonna fly for 3 hours or so to the solar system edge. But that was not great. Alright. Okay, stream. Looks like we have hiccups again indeed. Alright, nothing important happened yet. We have yet to meet the first huge asteroid. Are they already coming? It's hard to tell. With a bit of rounding we are encountering 0. Maybe we can still fly faster at this point in time until we meet the first one. Let's put the one module back in there. It's a little bit weird, this control. We can maybe flick this on instead. So it has a stop start. If the inserter is holding the module, it is working. If it's not holding the module, it's not working. That might be a sort of an intermittent speed. Alright. We're just trying out the ablative shield wall here. Hey, thanks Solar Boy for the whoa, 10 gifted subscriptions, thanks a bunch. Hey, yeah, Marcus as well. Not a good day for the bingo, because we are not doing a lot of work on the other planets. Alright. This is just, you know, to ease into the pain. This is nothing. This is nothing. Oh, there's the first huge one. Look at that thing. 500,000 hit points. If you account for the laser damage. It's good that thing is missing us. If we see one of those, we gotta slow down immediately. Thanks Tetlanesh as well for the Prime subscription. I think I missed a couple ones. I gotta keep my eyes pinned though on the front here. Okay, there comes the first one. Is it gonna hit us? I think that's gonna miss us. Let's hope it's gonna miss us. It is curving in towards us slightly, but it should go past the side. Okay, so we got the first one. First huge one misses us. Or it could be one of those grazing shots that actually... the grazing shots are the worst. That'll become clear later. Okay, there's the... Stops, okay. Okay, we're shooting at it, we're shooting at it. One is coming from the front though. Okay, it actually has inward momentum. I don't know where to focus. We're gripping it. We did it. The first one is gone. First one is gone, so we can kill them. We can grab it, but here we are not shooting. And that is the ablative wall design right there. Looks easy, but it's only easy when it's a single asteroid. This is gonna go way worse later on. I did forget to switch this off, so we can slow down further if we allow if we only allow the fuel plants to work when the inserter is holding something in his hand. But we should be able to cruise a bit faster. That is the hope, at least. Alright, we're gonna watch the power draw on the next big one, which we're gonna shoot. That was the power draw, I suppose, for that huge asteroid which we shot. Okay, I cannot keep up with all the ching. Thanks Major Mayhem as well for the more than 2 years. Thanks, man. Thanks Danny Osu as well for robbing Jeff Bezos, as well as destroyers and Stardust. How many walls do we have stored up? We started with... Ooh, okay, that's gonna go straight on. We started with 20,000 walls and 20,000 space platforms. I hope to make it there and back again, especially because I'm physically on board of the ship as well. Okay, so these lasers are just going to ignore the asteroid. We ignore unlisted targets. We're just going to crash into it at a gentle 33 kilometers a second. Looks like it takes about 40 walls or so to destroy an asteroid. So we're just getting started. We are 1/5 of the way, but in terms of huge asteroids, we haven't seen anything yet. It's gonna get way, way, way worse out here. We're gonna get like... All of these are huge. These are now not even visible, these lines. And we already get two of them at the same time. Okay, we're gonna shoot one again. We can have the power on screen at the same time, perhaps. In this bottom corner. This time. So this one is gonna crash into us. This one we're gonna shoot. And hopefully we're gonna grab some of those juicy asteroids so we can keep producing fuel. That is the idea. Another one up there. The rest of it looks clean at the moment. This one has... They don't all have the same momentum. They come in at different speeds. So this one is going faster. I guess it would take more walls. The amount of walls destroyed is also relative to the speed where the asteroid is going at. That's also about 40 walls. Here we go. 500 megawatts. 600. 700, and it's gone. And the rainbow laser mods is pretty good for this. Okay, these shots can be pretty bad. Oh, that's a deep hit. Okay, we're starting to shoot it now. But the walls still take it out. All the shooting is in vain. If the wall's destroyed, the shooting doesn't matter. It's either the shooting or the walls. That was a lot of walls. About 70 or so. I think it is game on time. More and more of them are coming. We've got another slow one. So the thing is, I wanted to maybe make a design which only had the hammerhead. It turns out, if you break asteroids like this, they just disintegrate. And you cannot actually grab the pieces. If you don't destroy it with weapons, you cannot collect the asteroids. So you need to collect some. That is a lot of asteroids. I'm glad most of those are missing the ship there. Holy moly. Thanks, Zinc 5. Small F. I saw the small F. Okay, we got another small F. I'm just quickly gonna pause it, just to see if everything is still alright. Okay, YouTube is still up. Bigger F. think everything is still on. Or back again. I think we're back again, right? Yeah, we are recovering. Okay. Now we got an overcompensating upload speed of 20 megabits a second for us a little bit. Hopefully it stabilizes again. Back with lag. We back. If the stream dies, I die in real life. No. Alright. No, I have random lapses in upload speed. Sometimes it goes good for entire streams, hours and hours on end. Today we're not so blessed, unfortunately. Landmines, I have not... I didn't research landmines. Huge asteroid hit the Wi-Fi. Alright, I think we can continue. Yeah, if they have the... I think they come like in 2 or 3 different momentums. If they have gentle momentum like this one, it destroys like 40 walls. If it has momentum like this one, it's gonna destroy 80. And potentially some laser turrets as well. It has 80 walls gone. These are the worst. The grazers. They just keep going, they don't lose momentum very quickly. And when they explode, they just explode asteroids into my ship as well. Nice. Alright, 30% of the way there. Yeah, but those things can go all the way past here and take out laser turrets on the edge, take out the walls, sometimes even the asteroid collectors. We got 10 backup asteroid collectors on board, hopefully we won't need any. But we have laser turrets along the entire length of the ship, because some of these have sideways momentum. So we need to be able to shoot those from all sides. Look at that beautiful array of lasers. That is a lot of laser turrets on there. 99% laser resistance doesn't matter too much if you have 200 laser turrets firing at the same asteroid at the same time. Okay, 100. I'm going to bet you this is the quietest solar system edge ship you've ever witnessed, though. Well, except for this part, of course. Got cooperating asteroids. Both of them had a low momentum, though. What is 99% resistance and 1000 times science cost? I guess that analogy doesn't really work. Oh boy. These are high momentum asteroids. And these are gonna cooperate. I think we're gonna lose some laser turrets on this one, perhaps. Ah no, this one will explode, this one will go down here. Alright, so we have these in the front, so eventually if they penetrate too deep, we will be firing at them. It takes so long, man, to destroy those huge asteroids with laser turrets. Right, the hail... Climate change, guys. You see it here first, climate change in Factorio. Look at the size of those hailstones. That is not normal. I have never witnessed hailstones like these before. Some of them are even made up of straight metal somehow. So far so good. I think we have lost only walls up to this point. But 1/3 of the way in. The easy 1/3. just one color mess of lasers, man. It looked like those tractor beams where just like lock on and grip it and just crush it. It doesn't look like lasers, it just looks like, well, it's just completely getting crushed to oblivion. Alright, let's take a look. We can just take a look at the kill screen, I suppose. 1200 walls down so far, but you can see the trend is going upwards. We don't see the space platforms in there. We have shot 3 huge, 4, 6. Looks like we have shot 13 huge ones so far with laser turrets. It doesn't count towards the kill count if they just explode like this. But yeah, if something like this comes at the front, that is bad news. One railgun would also delay us flying out to the edge by at least 6 hours, just to research the technology. Is that a good deadly combo as well, I think. Okay, there's one flaw, I think. I think that might get nerfed at some point. So do you know how the repair packs have a repair speed of like 10% on spaceships? That is so you cannot take excessive damage and get it repaired too quickly. Have again. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We back, we back. We're not back quite yet. Another big dip here. What the? Why? Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're not back. Are we back? 3 megabits per second. Come on, you can do it. Okay, back, back, back. Did we get the laser turret destroyed? The first laser turret? I hope we did. Okay, back. Alright, we're gonna not waste too much time. I gotta keep a better eye on that. I thought I would see it from the corner of my eye when the bitrate dropped, but I don't. I don't know the exact details about walls. They do have impact resistance. I don't know exactly how the game calculates how much damage the asteroid takes. It doesn't exactly take damage. I think the damage counter is different from how it gets destroyed. I think it just takes up momentum. The asteroid has a certain momentum, and every time it destroys something, it loses momentum. And when the momentum reaches 0, the asteroid just disintegrates. Like here it's slower and it reaches speed 0 and it just explodes. You used to be able to cheese all asteroids to explode by just letting your speed become negative. That got changed, that behavior. Where's all the big ones? Hello? 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 I hope they're not clustering up like right off of screen. Out of screen there. But it's almost like we're flying to Aquilo at this point. What is this luck? Just gonna say, what is wrong with this game? Okay, there comes one. How much worse is it gonna get? Oh, it's still gonna get much worse. It looks like after 60k, 70k is gonna go up steeply. So from 60 to between 60 and 70k, we're likely gonna get into bigger trouble. Oh boy. But this guy was barely moving for a second. I thought it was like completely frozen almost. And now we get the... Okay. That one's gonna go deep. That's got a lot of momentum. These got a lot of momentum. So yeah, what I was gonna say, the repair packs, they have a very much reduced repair speed in Space Age here. But the platform rebuild speed is just the same. If it's no matter if it's if you are building the ship or if you are rebuilding lost components during the flight like this. It is just it is the same build speed. So if this gets nerfed, it's probably just gonna, if the speed is greater than 0 kilometers a second, the rebuild speed is gonna be 10% of what it currently is, or maybe just switched off completely. There can be no rebuilding during the flight or something. Or maybe they're just gonna keep it as this. It'll be alright as well, I suppose. Okay. That's a lot of rocks. I think it's a low momentum one. Oh, but okay, that's gonna be a deep strike. This guy prepares the field. Here comes the double high momentum rock. Oh boy. They're gonna go far. Alright, we only got damaged laser turret, it seems. Okay, we're getting another grazer. We're not even at the point where it starts to be difficult. Clutch back lasers. No, I think that's only different health bar. We got one of those annoying ones again, which are just taking out the entire side of the ship. And these lasers are distracted, so it might go for a while. Alright. The other lasers came in clutch. Oh yeah, things are getting more serious now. Get out of here! Alright, then I can rebuild the ship. How's it going? 17k walls left of 20k. 17k space platforms left. 4 lasers have gotten lost. 52 repair packs have been spent. That's a lot already, actually. I think that's all. But if we get the lasers to focus, we can actually take them out fairly at a decent speed. And we are replenishing. We are replenishing everything we need for the fuel with these asteroid collectors along the side of the ship. Right, halfway. Let's make a save. Halfway there. Halfway there, but not back again. I'm a little bit worried though. We already lost 3000 walls and platforms. We only did the easy half. And we also need to get back still. What is going on here? I see. Alright. We'll just manually send it to Aquilo now. We are not using... Oh, what's going on? I gotta see it. Alright. Yikes! We're not using Aquilo science right now, so... Looks like there's not enough space on the ship for both the science packs and all the rocket parts and the Holmium plates there. Oh boy. Okay, that one actually has outward momentum. That's not going to be such a problem. Okay, now we're using a lot of lasers at the same time. 1.3 gigajoules. That's 130 lasers. Oh, that's even more. That is 300 lasers firing at the same time of the 500. Alright, so this different. Okay, so the rock, it exploded after it lost all momentum, so all the firing at this rock was in vain. It's either or. It's not a joint cooperation, a joint... the walls do a different type of damage than the lasers, and they have nothing to do with each other. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going surprisingly well. So far. Okay. We don't have that information yet. It's going surprisingly well so far. Or is it? You know, this is going to be fine. It's just 3 rocks. What? Nobody never threw 3 rocks? Nobody never threw 3 rocks at you before. That's a nice double one though. A tactical one. I think we're still just gonna get... Oh no, we got 3 kaput laser turrets there to explode the rock in the end. But the oh boy. I know it's not coming in that hard. Are we pushing it away? What? It almost seemed like it curved when we shot it with the lasers. How are the fish doing? Good question. But they should be fine. 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining. We're more than halfway. I have good hopes that we can throw them out of the spaceship while they can still experience the vacuum of space. There will be 4 times higher asteroid density. Thank you. Some information is better left not known. I mean... Oh, okay. That is a bad combination of grazers, which is coming past the left side of the ship here. Also going to prevent much of the repairs. I'm imagining that screeching sound of that rock crashing that single wall. It does appear that they don't keep going in a straight line either. They get pushed outwards or something. Maybe that's just in my mind. It doesn't seem to come more inwards. Zappity zap zap. Oh god! Okay, I'm gonna save here. For the montage. This is gonna be more fun for you than it is for me. Oh god. Here we go. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Oh boy. Okay, it does look like we have time to repair. Okay, that is a big cluster down the center. Holy F. No laser turrets were lost. Can we close the hole before the next barrage comes? That's the question. It does look like it. Just the order is a little bit strange. We survived that way better than I thought we would. I thought that would take out at least like half the laser field over there. Holy moly. My wall damage level research is OP, man. I got wall damage research level 20. And asteroid momentum absorber level 16. With those stacks you can really take out those huge asteroids without a problem. Who needs weapons when you have walls? We are the asteroid. These asteroids things, they think they are huge. Look at my asteroid, man. These asteroids dwarf in comparison to mine. Look at this chunky boy up here in the front. They got nothing on me. Nothing you got. Look at that. Not even halfway, dudes. Okay, slightly more than halfway. That is a double-sized one. Okay, that is going to be a problem. Because this wall was still open. Alright, we got lasers on the second row damage this time. Still not too bad. It is definitely getting denser out there, isn't it? It is definitely getting denser out there. Heavy rain expected. Oh boy. Yeah, we got an ablative shield going, that is correct. It works way better than it should. Most of these are gonna miss us, fortunately. I don't think we are gonna get into trouble here. There is gonna be a lot of shooting. We might get a new power spike record on the graph. A couple of grazers, but nothing we haven't seen before. A lot of these lasers are gonna be busy though. Sounds worse than it is, really. Right, not too bad actually, the lasers. About a gigawatt. How is the fuel cells doing? We have spent one fusion power cell so far. We're 70% of the way there. Right, I think power is not going to be an issue. Power is going to be fine. Are we going to the Shattered Planet? I guess we could try to go beyond. I don't know if the Prometheum asteroids will take out twice as many walls though. That could be problematic. We're getting into the thick of it now. Soon we're gonna get that big spike up here. We're on the upward trend. We get 170 notifications at the same time. I won't say this is extremely good. It does really seem like they come close by and then they go parallel to the ship. Right, we got a untouched grazer, which still is gonna go a ways. Whoa, look at that light show. It's just white. It's just white light. All the different colors merging together. The fuel cells not drawn equally. Ah, 45. You are correct. 46. 49. 49. 48. I see. So if we have less neighbor... No, that's not true. 49, 49, 45. Okay, like I said, I don't know the details about fusion just yet. I have never really looked into it. I just connected the dots. And by dots I mean correct symbols on the things and called it a day. Don't know why. Do you know why they are not drawn from equally, or is that just part of the design, part of the qualities of fusion power? Some of those explode suspiciously hard in the direction of my asteroid collectors. These rocks. "75% of the way. It's not looking too bad. How is the wall stash?" 13 and a half. Yeah, 13 and a half out of 20. So 2/3 of it is gone. 2/3 of our allotment for a one-way trip, and we're 75% of the way there. Of course, the worst 25% is still to come. Okay, that is not the best configuration of asteroids. Just one of the weirdness that with fusion. Oh, this is the heavy bombardment era. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, no, that is not good. Oh boy. Oh boy. It feels like we shouldn't be able to get away with this, to be honest. This shouldn't work this well. This works way too well. That was a cluster, man. Holy macaroni. That's a lot of if that hits us in series, that could be bad though. So far we've gotten pretty lucky with the spawns, I would say. I mean, what goes past looks way worse than what actually hits us head on most of the time. I'm gonna say these walls are much cheaper than rockets or railgun shells. I guess you make them from the asteroids which you are destroying. But this ship is so simple, man. What are the moving parts here? There's one belt which brings asteroids to the fuel production center, and that's it. For the rest it's just static laser turrets, static walls, static fusion power plants, no inserters, no bells, no nothing. Right between the raindrops. I don't know, I feel we're getting through there pretty easily. This shouldn't feel so easy. I'm just 100% confident we are gonna make it. %82 of the way there. Power stocks. 12k walls and space platforms. Probably I should have taken more space platforms than walls, since not every space platform contains a wall. I'm saying we are fine, but of course the moment we run out of space platforms, we are very quickly going to be no longer fine. There's like a triple rock, but these back two are pretty slow. Are they? Let's see how deep this goes. We're repairing right before the next asteroid crashes in. Okay, that's gonna go pretty deep. Alright, that's a goner. We already repaired the front of the ship while the asteroid is still inside. Oh, this is so dumb. Well, I promised you a laser ship. Do you call this a laser ship? Is this still a laser ship? Do you feel like I'm cheating by doing this? Or is this within the rules? There's a lot of lasers on board. We are doing a lot of shooting with lasers. Ooh, that's a double one. Ooh boy. Got a set of grazers. Just a scratch. That's a wall ship. The lasers are performative. It's a laser ram. I'm just cheesing. Alright. It's a wall ship at least. I'm just protecting my lasers with a wall. That's not entirely true, is it? I shouldn't have set on ignore unlisted target on those if that was true. That's a clue. I mean, this could have hit us straight on. That would be worse. I think we're getting like top 10% luck or something like that in terms of asteroid spawns. But we still gotta go back. Still gotta go back. What if you change the walls to lasers? Yeah, that would be very expensive walls because I have all rare laser turrets. Okay, that might cost us an asteroid collector here. Sometimes those asteroids really explode in like all different directions pretty fast. Oh god, we're getting pummeled on multiple sides now. Alright. 4 asteroids, nothing we didn't deal with before. Not cheating, but cheesing. I would say, yeah, that's what... Okay. That is definitely a cluster. 90% though. 90%. 10,000 kilometers to go. 5-6 more minutes, if all goes well. What is going on with this guy? That guy is just not... Hello? Okay, there's a problem. Okay, this might be... Okay, this might be more than a problem than I thought it would be. Oh boy. We got 500 backup turrets, right? Oh boy, I hope there is not another off-screen cluster coming in. Oof. That was not pretty. That was a pretty deep hole in the ship right there. I thought we would be fine there. A couple more grazers. Okay, these are all grazers. That's going to go deep as well. Front is looking alright. How is power, one would ask in this situation. 1.6 gigs. 1.6 gigs. This last part of the trip is definitely not easy. Ooh, this guy is just plunging straight in from the side here. Oof. Could be worse. Could be worse. We're doing pretty well. Okay, that is some aim, man. Look at that guy. That is 180. Holy moly, he just went straight into the hole. What is this guy? What is this asteroid even doing? Get out of here. It is just keeping the hole open for the next ones. Get out of here. I need to fix this hole. It's a tactical asteroid. is happening? You just got here. You just got here in the right moment. I'm going here with my totally 100% laser damage only ship, just like I promised. That is how we're going to the solar system edge. I've got an asteroid stuck on my asteroid ship. I don't know if that's normal. It's part of the ship now. This asteroid. We've got a friendly pet asteroid on the ship now. It just doesn't want to move. Alright. I'm gonna focus one laser turret on that. Let's see how long it takes one laser turret to shoot this asteroid. It's gonna take a while. You can count that is gonna take more than an hour of shooting. Oh boy. Alright, we got it down to 4,910 hit points now, so probably we'll destroy it before we get back. I'm not gonna shoot it, this is way too funny. Alright, 98%. 98% hype. Oh god, we did. This is the end of a 1-year journey. I'm not even realizing it. I'm just too focused on the asteroid that is part of my spaceship now. Holy moly. Come on, come on, come on already. Tell me I have half of my walls left. I have less than half of my walls left. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. How are we supposed to make it back like that? I think we're gonna arrive, the speed is gonna change after that. Alright, 99%. Asteroid is down to 4,710 hit points. We're gonna blow it up. The there and back again. The back again might not happen, but the there is definitely gonna happen. The there is gonna happen. Win condition is reaching the solar system edge. I'm gonna claim victory. 1000 times science cost on completely default settings while getting your hands clean. Ha! Not even difficult. Heck yes. Heck yes. Holy moly. Oh god. What a journey. What a journey. What is still blowing up? Oh, that is you guys in chat. You are blowing up in chat. I thought some asteroid was still managing to destroy something while the game was paused. I cannot possibly keep up with everybody. Holy moly, thanks everybody. Thanks for hanging out for this entire year through this journey. I'll make sure to finish the edit over the next year probably. That's gonna take me another bit of time. Thanks for the subscriptions. Thanks for the gift subscriptions. Spock. And everybody else. I'm reading chat, man. I'm reading chat. Obsolete. Come on now. I cannot read that fast. The second asteroid has hit the ship. Oh, man. I don't think I can ever top this playthrough. This is going to be my magnum opus for sure. What else can I do? What else can I do, man? I have no idea how I can go better. I had the same idea though after the Ultimate Death World Challenge. That one was my magnum opus for quite a while. I think now that has changed. This one definitely takes the cake. This playthrough used all my knowledge of the game to the fullest extent, and a bunch of knowledge from others. We brainstormed a lot. For instance, the episode after the rocket launch is going to be about space science. That was quite a study. Thanks, Lucas Soat for the 24 euros. I'm probably butchering the name, it's scrolling by too fast. Thanks, Anfies as well for the $2. Thanks for the donations if I missed you. Fish, 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 we need to release the fishes. Yes, yes, the game is paused. The game is paused. Whew. if I do pianodons, I wouldn't even consider pianodons to be. Pianodons is just a mod pack. It's not just a mod pack, but it is just a mod pack, you know. The challenge is just doing all the steps and beating the game. Here, there was so much going on. We could fail. We could fail at any moment for a very long time. It was pretty tense. Thanks, Aname, for the £2 British. Thanks, Sagito, for the subscription, gift subscription. Thanks, Desu Used. Oh, man, what a run, what a run. Whew. I'm not gonna send this. This text is so janky, man. You can continue playing this level as long as you like. What kind of wording is this? What is a level? What? This is not a level, man. It's. There are no levels. What the heck? Oh, come on, Dosh. Thanks for the $50, I suppose. That was not necessary, man. I know I started before you with the videos, but your videos have been a big inspiration for me to keep up my game, you know, because I don't know, there's something just about your videos that makes them so easy to watch. Yeah, next page should be something chill. It's gonna be 1 over 1,000 times science cost. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna try to bring that asteroid back home. Thanks, Matartli, for the $20. Holy moly. I just cannot fathom all of this, man. That will Gleba cold start. Without landfill. Without landfill expansion blocking, I suppose. 10 million times SPM. 10 million SPM series. This could turn into a mega base, right? It would be more interesting to make this into a mega base to me than just to build one from scratch with a regular tech base. Because now it actually feels like we've gotten through most of the techs, right? We can get more. I wonder though, will it be feasible to get through the initial hump of infinite technologies to get to a powerful stage? Or is that going to be too expensive? Every million still takes like 3 hours or so to research. I haven't played anything else. I haven't played any other factory games. Except for Shapes, the original Shapes EO. Which is not... It's a factory game, I suppose. But it's not really like a thematic factory game that much. Beating the game in barely over half an hour. That is a speedrun world record, isn't it? Equivalent to 1 times science cost. 33 minutes. Tops. 33 minutes and we beat the game. Not too bad. No such thing as too expensive. Alright. I want to save. $2,090 save games. Basically 2 save games on default settings. I wonder if this asteroid is gonna go backwards now. Let's see what just happens if we just are stopping here. Is this just gonna float around forever? It does look like it's just gonna float around forever and keep my ship from getting repaired. No, it's gonna fly upwards. Okay, it's gonna fly out. We are slowing down. Okay, so if I want to keep this asteroid captured, I have to take some action from that save game. We cannot stay too long here. We still need to make the flight back, and I have already spent... I've spent more than my allotted amount of space platforms. We're 11,500 space platforms in the hole, with 8,500 remaining for the way back. So that is not great. That is not great at all. This asteroid is good. Sayonara, comrade. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Don't forget the ride. Thanks, Atreda Chibico, for the 20 Aussie bucks as well. We're gonna do the fish, yeah, we're gonna throw the fish. Just wanna see what happens if we stay here for a while. Not too much, it seems. I guess it's too late to gain it back now. I'm gonna try to capture it. I cannot keep the thrusters going with the same speed. It's not possible. The moment we start going back to Aquilo, we will gain 20 kilometers a second from Aquilo's gravity. That is how it works in space age. All the way out to the solar system edge, you are drawn back with 10 kilometers a second. And then all the way back from the solar system edge to Aquilo. You have 20 kilometers a second extra, which is why this weird system is gonna come in. Alright, so why are we not going at full speed? Let's just see what happens if we go back to Norris. So we get a tiny bit of a boost, because we have a bit too much fuel in the pipelines. But this is what happens when the asteroids come in with a little bit faster speed. They are not gonna lose momentum that quickly. They're just gonna go straight through, even single ones. They just go straight through for the longest time. They were slowing down again a bit, that helps. But that is why we had to go about 30 kilometers a second. That was the magical point where the wall could take most of the asteroids. And now we're just going too fast. Alright, yeah, we're gonna reload. I wanna try to keep that asteroid captured. Which means people want to see the destruction usually. That's a lot of laser turrets. Yeah, power is not a problem on this ship. Alright. That would be a nice cannonball to hit in the center. I think it's time to reload. We'll go back to the 98% save for this one. So we can try to keep the asteroid captured. We're gonna have to start throwing out fish. While we fly then. I'm gonna just go to half speed. I want this to be synchronous. Alright, there goes the fish. The fish go on the belt. The fish are still about half fresh, 57% remaining. Oh, we're not taking him. The fish are surviving. Alright, that means we gotta have some dedicated... we gotta have dedicated fish throwers. And those just have to be always throwing. Fly free, fishies! Fly free, look! They are losing their freshness bar, which means they are conserved forever in space. May you live forever. Fishies, live on. Fishies, live on. You shall float free forever. Towards the shattered planet you go. We have business to attain on Novis, but you are freed. Go forth, Benz. In memory of Ben, the spacefaring fish, the OG fish. Dive forward into the unknown and fade with glory. Get out of my sight! I'm doing the fish thing. Fade with glory. Oh, great timing again. There they go. Smooth, peaceful. Okay. Start a new life on this asteroid. There might be water on there. There's definitely water on those ice asteroids. Fly free. Okay, we're stopping. We're stopping at the system's edge again. Alright. Good job. We haven't even got it. We didn't even shoot 10% of its health down before it's escaping. I think if we try to capture it again, it's just gonna break because of the momentum stuff. Alright, now we know how to handle this without breaking it. Let's do that one more time, and this time we will try also to keep the momentum. Alright, so we don't really need to care about synchronous extraction. We have 600 fish to set free. Basically, we're gonna set those guys free on both sides. I hope we won't have to throw overboard that many fish. They can go both ways, to the left, to the right. Fly forth. May you forever be fresh. It looks so funny. It just looks so stupid. Maybe it's because I've been streaming for 9 hours, but it just looks so funny. I'm gonna get one of those moments where you cannot stop laughing. Look, immune to lasers. The lasers cannot touch you. The lasers cannot hurt you. They are not real. What a weird light show. Fly forth, fish. Be free. Alright, I'm again missing the moment. So what I need to do... We need to continue flying to Novis immediately. And the moment we hit the solar system edge, I have to start the jittering over here. Okay, they're not connected to a circuit network like this. That way I can hopefully keep approximately the same speed, which hopefully keeps this guy approximately captured. And we can see if we can destroy it before we are on the way back. Actually, I hope we are gonna lose a little bit of speed. Alright. Continue, we get that stuff again. I'm not going to upload this. I like my new player experience upload. It has the weirdest planetary shapes, man. This one is way too large. I'm gonna keep my original star on there. Not that anyone will ever watch, but I'm just gonna keep the original in there, at least for now. So, we gotta start before we increase speed too much. No, we lost it already. Oh, sad. Okay, so we gotta slow down slightly before that already. We're gonna give it one more try, If the asteroid gets destroyed, so be it. We're gonna give it one more try. We can do the fish thing one more time. This time I shall not get distracted by the fish, alright? I shall not get distracted by the fish. I have changed my mind. I think the fish should go only out on this side. This is the fish side. Alright, go for it, fishies. One final time. Float. Free. I'm just getting distracted. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. Slow down already. We're gonna slow down. It's difficult to say when exactly we should slow down. Last time we slowed down too late. Okay, we're slowing. I think we're gonna gain speed. Ah, we stopped. Alright, we gotta... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, let's go. Go. Okay, we're repairing. We might have captured it. I'm not sure that's a good... Oh, there it goes. Alright. Maybe it cannot be captured. Oh boy. I don't think we're gonna make it back, boys. We already took 1 million damage just on the way back. Alright, so we spent 115% of our allotted platforms on the way in. Now we're trying to get out of there again. It doesn't... I can let these guys shoot on these asteroids, but it won't help because they're gonna disintegrate because of crashing into the walls before the hit points go down to 0. There's just no time to destroy them. Just gonna have to get lucky. I mean, the ship doesn't need to come back entirely. We can lose this entire front side up to here or something. We can lose all of this, basically, and still make it back. We can remove some walls from the back. Yeah, that is true. We can remove some walls and laser turrets perhaps from the back. This corner can be gone. We can scrounge around a little bit and get some additional supplies. We can delete this entire side over here. We don't need all these cargo bays if we don't have supplies anymore. We can delete the cargo bays. Right, fishies. The fishies are still flying out of the back of the ship. We've gotten fish-powered nuclear reactors. Now we've got a fish-powered spaceship. I guess those were the last of them. The last of these 600. Alright. Farewell, Ben. Go settle on those Prometheum asteroids. Goodbye. Okay. It's not looking good. This could have been so beautiful if I just took like 4,000 extra space platforms and walls. Why did I send those extra down to Norvis again? That was maybe not the smartest choice. Let's quickly go here. Again, we're stuck on Fulgoran. We'll just let this guy wait above Norvis until the science packs are gone. Okay, we're actually... I mean, when this happens, you just get non-stop alerts. It's just a grazing shot. Just a flesh wound. Nothing serious. This is a triple asteroid. I think... maybe it's a double. Okay, this is great. Look at all these asteroids missing us on the right side and on the left side. That is what we want to see. Just a single one coming from the front or two at this stage. We're at the thick of it right here. This is like maximum density over here. And look at this one. This is coming in from the side, right? It has sideways momentum. What? It hit a single wall there. What? That was weird. I think I've activated my dream luck. We're gonna try to get back still. We have a mech armor to craft. Ooh boy. 1.5 gig of laser turret fire. And a lot of walls. Getting obliterated. %10 of the way back. Oh boy. 6,500. Well, 6,000 space platforms. I mean, there is a way to get back. There is a way to get back with less damage. Switch off the engine, we'll just fall back to Aquilo with 10 kilometers a second. I think I'm gonna switch that on real quick. If I tactically switch off my engine, I might lose less walls. These might not penetrate steep, they'll lose momentum more quickly. Okay, now the area is free, now we can fly. Alright, so whenever we're about to take a big impact, we're gonna then try to slow down. We can micromanage our way back to Aquilo with a little bit of luck. Maybe we didn't get that lucky then on the way in. This one is just gonna miss us. This is a single one. We're not slowing down for a single big asteroid. Okay, there's another one coming. Okay, let's do slow down. It was too late, I think. Yeah, we are buffering up the fuel whenever we are stopping. That is the issue. So as soon as this guy explodes, we'll push the pedal again. The thing is, this ship is so sluggish. I think we're just gonna burn through all the extra fuel pretty soon. Before we really exceed cruising speed by too much. This might just work. That is a beautiful asteroid spawn pattern. This is the spawn configuration we need. Everything spawning besides the ship, and the front is absolutely clear. Heck yeah. Okay, no, we're going quite fast. Alright, I know how I can slow down without actually messing with the schedule. We can simply just delete the fuel. Okay, that is a lot of asteroids. So what if I just do this a couple times? That should slow us down a bit. It's not slowing us down. Okay, let's figure that out later. Oh, that was too late. Okay, I'm curious about one more thing. If I reload, will I get the same asteroids to spawn immediately or no? Just for scientific purposes, right? Right. So what I want to do then is I can use these pumps to my advantage. I can switch those pumps around and we'll be pumping some of the fuel back in the pumps, which will slow us down. I think this is already a different configuration. It's still heavy on the front. Okay, it's a lot of astro. Okay, it is good to slow down. We're not slowing down that much though. Yeah, we are not slowing down at all. Okay, I think we'll slow down in time. Do not take too much of an impact from this giant cluster of like 5 asteroids. What? Yeah, this is what I expected the situation to be. I think we're just gonna ride it out a bit. So that is the slowest speed we can go at. So this is the minimum damage we can take as well. Let's see how many walls get destroyed with this speed. That's not too bad. So if we really insist on survival, I think we can make it. If we insist on survival, we can just fall the rest of the way back to the planet. How long is that gonna take? Nothing is even spawning in front. What the heck? I think stuff still should spawn in front. Then we just delete the fuel again. Then we can restart, right? Without exceeding. But still should be spawns, right? Even if we are going 10 kilometers a second only. $8,000 seconds. I guess it makes sense here. About 2 hours, 2.5 hours. About 2 hours, I suppose. We can probably speed up again during the last part of the trip. The last 30,000 K or so. There will be less. We are flying again. The pumps are still filling up. Coincidentally, it is 2 hours of research to the mech armor. 1.8k seconds. I think it's 80,000 kilometers divided by 10 kilometers a second is 8,000 seconds. Yeah, it should be 2 hours. And a little bit if we don't make any speed at all. Okay, all of the pumps are full. I guess we should be speeding up again. This is not the moment to speed up. We will still need a good amount of these things though. We are like 75% of the way through our stocks here. So we'll need to mitigate a lot of damage. We could try to shoot these, but I think we don't have a chance. Yeah, we don't have a chance to kill these before they explode anyway. It will even be worse, because if the thing is gonna explode on the next touch of the wall when it's lost all its momentum, if that is the moment when we blow up the asteroid with the lasers, it's gonna explode into 3 big asteroids with significant momentum. So I don't think we need to do that. Undo rotation of pump. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess. I think I staggered the priority. That is gone now. I guess it's alright. Fast inserters. Did we deserve to research fast inserters already? I think I want to keep that one available for if we restart. If we restart to go mega base, this is going to be the first thing we want. Then the hand bonus for the regular inserter. Stack inserter. We're going to get transport belt capacity in there as well. That kind of, all the good stuff. Well, there are spawns. We already took 3.5 million damage. Okay, there are spawns. Even from the front. I mean, we're still moving. Fast inserters are for people who make it home. Alright, if we make it home, I don't know, should I fly home like this? This is... I don't know, this is not very entertaining, I would say. Can I go slower? I think I can go slower. If I connect these. Oh, that is good, yeah. So only if one of these is having something, it's working. So now it's working even slower, which means maybe we can fly at least at a reduced speed or something. Alright. Fly. Are we just gonna hover around 10 kilometers a second? 20. I think we might go significantly faster. So on the way in we went like between 30 and 35. This is like double speed already, which is not too bad. All gas, no brake. Alright. I kinda agree. Is this the way it's gotta end? No. Yes, but no. Yes, I saved this for a reason, of course. But we're gonna go out with a bang. I'm not gonna spend 2 hours flying back to Novice like this. I think the mission is done. The fish have been sent into intergalactic, interstellar medium to colonize new worlds. Our job is done. We can die in peace. And if not in peace, then in pieces. Let's go. Maximum speed. Speed modules in there and everything. Here we go. We're gonna face the asteroids head on. And this time, we are not gonna win. Thank you everybody for hanging out. It was a great year of doing this playthrough. You can still look forward to the edited series. I'm not gonna stop that. That's gonna continue. The next episode's coming out upcoming Friday. And then probably every 2 or 3 weeks after that, depending on how long it's gonna be. I salute you. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.